All right, so my name is Kevin Menice. I run product development at Bigbelly. And does anyone know what Bigbelly is? Have they seen them on the street? Yeah, it's a really cool trash receptacle that is connected. And you know, in my illustrious career, I've done everything. I've worked on the original IBM PC. I've done huge speech recognition systems. And today, I work with trash. I am a trash guy. I sit there, I study those things, I see how they're used, I see how we can make things more efficient. What it is it's a bin that has a compactor in it that's solar powered, and it has some intelligence. That intelligence talks to the cloud, to our infrastructure, and it pushes actionable data up so that there can be changes in operation. So I'm going to get a little bit more into it, but very, very humble beginnings. We started in the early 2000s working, a couple guys who had solar backgrounds were trying to figure out what to do with it. What do we do with the solar energy? And they were trying to, as part of the clean tech movement, make use of that solar power to do something interesting. And what they came out with, their first iteration, was a dumb compactor. What this allowed people to do is get 5 times the capacity by compacting the trash. It did nothing else. It wasn't connected. It just compacted trash. You still had to come and pick it up like you did normally. From that, added a few sensors, and what that allowed is for people to go by and see if the sensor said it was full, you'd get out, you'd empty it. If it was yellow, you could decide. That was a decision point. Do I want to pick it up or not? And if it was green, you just walked by, or you just drove by. And that gave some efficiencies, but it was still not connected. It was still not a smart device. Then we got the bright idea, boy, if we could connect this, you could do some really interesting and meaningful things. And so what we did is we put a little CPU on, we put a modem on, we put GPS on, and we increased our solar efficiency throughout this, and now we have a device that talks to the cloud and can do interesting things. And so what can it do? Well, it tells you exactly the state of the device. It tells you whether it was opened. So if you're in a security lockdown, it can tell the cloud, hey, I just got opened, and I shouldn't have. It tells you the exact state of the bin. It's full. And we actually have analog fullness, so you can make decisions like, do I pick up now? How do I optimize my route? All that is now available to the municipality or the park system. So what does this mean? So what? I got this data. We hear a lot about data and what you can do with it, but this is very actionable data. We can get efficiencies of 80% improvement in a municipality, and these are real world, these are real world case studies. We have Bigbellys deployed in 47 countries, in all 50 states. Our ramp is amazing. Our contract manufacturer is backlogged for months now. It just makes sense. Our customers love us. They love the look of it. They love the space. You'll find the space is clean. Look at MIT. I know MIT presence is here. We have them there. We have them at BU. We have them at Northeastern University. We have them in Boston. We have them in the Boston Commons. We have them in Times Square. We have all these bins all over the world. London, Denmark, you name it. And most of these municipalities are enjoying OpEx, operational efficiencies, and clean spaces. Now, we talk about smart cities. We also have dumb cities. Actually, we have municipalities who buy these, and they use them as regular trash bins. They don't take advantage of any of the technology that we have, and we are aggressively pursuing them. The good news is they're slowly coming around. They understand the value of the proposition. They understand the value of a connected city, and they're slowly taking advantage of it. But here we are. We have this This platform, it performs its job extremely well. What else can we do with it? What can we do with these literally tens of thousands of bins that are in some of the most valuable real estate in the world? We just deployed in New Orleans, and it was beautiful. Some of the things you get to see when you look at the consoles, you see kind of like a map of the municipality and all the state of the stations, and this allows the operators to plot their routes. Obviously, if your bins are red, you want to pick them up. If they're green, you leave them alone. So this is how it all works. And it also shows alerts. So we'll get an alert, and some car just creamed one, and we'll have to go out and repair it. But they are tough. So we have this valuable real estate that's in ruggedized environment and with extra power. And we've been really working hard on improving our power. We have a lot of extra wattage, a lot of extra energy in the station. So what can we do? What can we do with that? There's a lot. There's so many. We have trouble maintaining focus. But by far, the largest cry from the municipalities is Wi-Fi, public space Wi-Fi. And as one of the earlier speakers said, getting Wi-Fi into public space seems trivial, but it is not. You have to deal with three big things: power, permits, and poles. The technology's there. It's the logistics of deploying it. It takes forever to build contracts to put an access point on a building. Then you have to run power. It's crazy. Or you can deploy a Bigbelly with it built in, and it just connects, and you're done. So the municipalities love us. The parks love us because we do this so seamlessly. We have pilots running throughout the world, really, and we can keep access points up 24/7. And we have technology that allows, if there's inadequate sunlight, we can shut down one access point, light up another one, let the other station charge up, and then swap them out. So you get a pretty good mesh network, in your target area. And we're finding we use these to either extend existing networks or fill in blind spots. There's a lot of urban canyons and cities. It affects Wi-Fi performance as well. So we'll light up a street that connects two major, already lit, corridors, and we're doing that in New York City, for example. We have pilots in some of the better areas in terms of sunlight harvesting. London, very tough area, but we can do it. The other interesting thing is urban data, and we aren't quite as far along in that, but we are working with 2 sensor partners. We have pilots scheduled, and it's the same thing. We have valuable real estate, we have excess power, and we have an enclosure. We have to be careful there because of leaching and because of garbage. Right, you're right next to the garbage. So the placement of the sensor housing is important. So here we are. We're a trash company, but we've become somehow this super valuable real estate company and an awesome IoT platform. And we're doing great. We're really knocking it out of the park.